I don't know about you, but every air vent cell phone car holder I've ever bought's just fallen off the air vent. But is that changing? Coming up in today's video, the Leeioo air vent cell phone car holder. Yep, it's magnetic and it doesn't fall off. We'll do a full review and take this baby on a road test in today's video. Stick around. Hey, what's going on? It's Hobart. Welcome back to my channel. If it's your first time here and I earn a like and subscribe at the end of this video, I would appreciate if you did that for me. So the air vent cell phone car holder, in my opinion, has been the worst way to attach it to your car because they always fall off the air vent. For years, they've just had the two clips that always loosen up over time to the point where it just falls off and there's really no way to tighten it. Well, as of recently, some of these manufacturers have gotten smart to that idea and they've started including ways to tighten down those clips. One of them, and my favorite as of right now, is the Leeioo cell phone car holder, which I do have a video on. If you want to go check it out, I'll put a link up there for you. But this actually has a wing nut on the back of it. So you can go ahead and put it on your air vent and then tighten down the wing nut so it's nice and tight and grips your cell phone or your air vent. Leeioo has come out with theirs now and they're doing the same thing. They're also giving you a way to tighten down those clips on your air vent so that it doesn't fall off. So that's why I'm pretty interested to see if it gives the Leeioo to run for its money. So let's go ahead and open up the box. This is what the box looks like. It's got the Leeioo logo on it in yellow. It is a magnetic phone holder. It is a 360-degree swivel phone holder. So let's go ahead and find out what's inside the box here. So when you open it up, first thing you're gonna see is you got your QC sticker, so it's past QC. You got your wipes. These wipes are gonna help you be able to clean off your phone so that that 3M tape on your magnets can stick real well. And speaking of the 3M magnets, you actually have two magnets. You get a larger magnet and you get a smaller magnet. You do see the genuine 3M tape on the back, so they're using good adhesive, which is awesome. It does have the Leeioo logo on there, which I'll show you when we're installing it, but you do get two size magnets, which I usually use the bigger one of the two, just so that I have a lot of surface area gripping. And then let's take a look at this cell phone mount here. So this is what it looks like. It's very simple. It feels like it's got some weight to it. It feels like this half is all metal, which it is. The swivel, the 360-degree swivel, you can see is also metal, which in a lot of times these cell phone car holders, the socket and the ball wear out over time, and those four little socket quadrants break off, and then you're screwed. In this case, they used a metal head and a metal ball, so there shouldn't be any plastic fatigue over time, which is awesome. The back of this is made of ABS plastic. Okay, and this is where your magnet is. This is where your phone will go, right here on the face. And then these two levers here are Leeioo's way of tightening down on your air vent. So they have a real strong spring inside that's keeping them closed right now. And the way to install it is you actually push these two down, it opens it up, you can put it on your air vent and let go, and it should grip that air vent really, really tight. But we shall see, because we're gonna do a road test here in just a little bit. Now, overall, I feel like this seems like it's really good quality. I mean, this is ABS plastic, which is good plastic, but the fact that they made the front of it out of metal really impresses me. So I'm interested to see how this installs, how the phone sticks to it, if the magnets are strong, and of course, how it performs on the road. So what do you say? Why don't you jump in the car? We'll go ahead and install this thing. Well, I'll show you how to install the magnet on your phone, and then we'll take this baby on the road and see if it holds up and can surpass the Leeioo as my favorite air vent cell phone car holder. So come on, jump in, let's go. So now let me show you real quick how to attach the plate to your phone. Now some of us would like to not directly attach it with the 3M tape to our phone, and I've got a second method to show you on that. But for those of you who don't have a phone case on all the time, because the second method won't work without a phone case, or just want to stick it directly to your phone, that's perfectly fine. They give you wet wipes and dry wipes. You're going to start off with the wet wipe. Clean the area that you're going to be sticking the adhesive to, and then go ahead and get all the moisture off with the dry wipe. After that, you're going to take the 3M backing off of the back of the plate, whichever you choose. If you choose to use the smaller one, you can use the smaller one. I use the larger one because I feel more surface area is better for keeping that phone nice and secure. So remove the back of that. That will expose your adhesive, and then I would suggest sticking it right to the middle of your cell phone, not off to one side. It's going to be the most stable if you do it in the middle, okay? So once you've got that stuck on there, hold it for a few seconds, and that part is done. Now, for those of you like myself who do not want to stick that 3M tape to our phones, maybe because you don't want to destroy the phone, or you may want to move this to a new phone that you may be getting soon and not be out of luck with having this stuck to this phone, this is what you can do. If you have a phone case, you're going to take your phone case, you're going to take your plate, make sure it's 3M side up, because remember, that's supposed to be on the back of your phone, 3M side up, like so, right in the center. And then you're going to take your phone and gently put it in your phone case, and that plate should be right there in the middle. We'll go ahead and check that by getting the phone mount. Sure enough, it is. Now, it shouldn't move. It's not stuck to anything, and most of our phone cases are pretty tight, but it shouldn't move unless you drop it or really jar it on something. And you'll notice that because now the magnet will be sticking down here or up here instead of right in the middle like it was supposed to be. So at that point, you just take your phone case off, move it back to the middle, and you're good to go. So now that we know the two different methods that you can attach your plate, let's go ahead and put this thing on the air vent. And it's literally super simple. You're going to take these two tabs, you're going to push them open, and you're just going to shove them right here on your air vent, and that baby's installed. I mean, how could it get any easier, right? So now that it's in, let me feel. It feels very sturdy. If I pull on it, I'm pulling to see if those clips are tight. I'm actually pulling on it. I'm pulling on it pretty hard. As you can see, those clips are not coming off. Wow, those are really strong. Leeioo, good job on that. There's your magnetic face. Let's go ahead and take our phone, and it's as easy as that. I mean, bam. Let's see how strong that magnet is. You can see it sucks it right on there. Boom. So I like to look at my phone in the horizontal position. You can also obviously look at it in the vertical position. If you want to do the different viewing angles, that 360-degree metal, all metal swivel is buttery smooth. See, the worst thing is to have a swivel that the plastic ones that wear out, and over time you really got to crank them down. And if you want to move them, you have to loosen them up again, move to the new angle, and crank them back down again. Over time, that's going to wear that thing out, and it's just going to break. The cool thing about this is that it's smooth and buttery, but it's tight at the same time. So I don't have to go back here and loosen something up in order to move the angle and then tighten it back up again. I literally just do that, and now you can see it. I can do this, and now I can see it. I can turn it to the side and angle it up to the sky. I can angle it down. I mean, it's like buttery smooth, and it stays. So the real test is going to be seeing what this thing does out on the road. Does it stay or does it fall off? We're going to go find out. Let's go ahead and do a road test and put this baby to the test on the road. All right, now we're in the car. It's time for a road test. Let's go ahead and mount this baby up on there, which was as simple as that. We've got it at our right viewing angle. Keep an eye on that as we drive around, and let's go ahead and see what this baby is all about. All right, we're going to hit a bump here. I'll hit it real hard just to see if it will move. Take our normal route here and go driving down to the cul-de-sac, make a nice hard roundabout turn to see if it moves at all. I don't think this thing is gonna budge an inch with the 360-degree swivel as tight yet smooth as it is. I don't even think a bump will knock this thing around. And at the same time, I also feel like that the magnets are strong enough that even if I did hit a bump, that nothing's gonna happen to it. So I'm pretty curious. Looks like right there. Pretty curious to see what it does when I hit some bumps and some speed bumps, which I'll do here in a little bit. Let's head out to the main road now, and we'll get up to highway speeds and see how it does at highway speeds. Is there any vibrations or movements or anything like that when we're at full highway speeds? So I'll see you on the highway. Well, as you can see, it's doing really good here. I'm doing almost 70 miles an hour, which would be mostly what you would expect on highway speeds. Some cell phone holders at this speed are vibrating like crazy and you can't really even see your screen. As you can see, this isn't moving one bit. I mean, it is smooth as butter, it's sturdy, it's stable. I can turn it in the horizontal position and it's still sturdy and stable. So I'm super impressed with how sturdy that this thing is. I mean, not only is it not falling out the air vent, the magnet's so strong and the swivel, the metal swivel is so strong that it's keeping it from vibrating at all. So, you know, no matter what angle I put this at, I can keep it up. It's not gonna fall down. It's not gonna, you know how some of them will slowly go back to normal again with gravity? It's not doing that. I mean, it's just ridiculous. So I'm super impressed with this at highway speeds. Let's go ahead into a neighborhood situation and see how this does in a neighborhood with the lefts and rights and turns and speed bumps and all that good stuff. So let's go ahead into the neighborhood and see how it does. All right, so here we go into a neighborhood situation. First, we got bumpy brick pavers. Take a look. Are we moving around? Looks nice and stable to me. Well, let's go ahead into this neighborhood situation. We'll hang a right, just keep an eye on it, see if we're having any movement. Go ahead and do a hard stop here, nothing. No issues at all. I mean, I really haven't seen this thing move once since I've started driving, which really impresses me because I didn't have to tighten anything down. No socket or ball in order to make it tight so it didn't move. It's doing it all on its own. It's a nice tight tolerance friction 360 ball, which is great. I'm just so impressed. At the same time, the magnets are super strong, so the phone isn't moving. Sometimes when you hit bumps or you're on turns or you're at high speeds, the phone can actually start to kind of turn. And next thing you know, your phone's like this and you're like, what the heck's going on? It's because those magnets aren't very strong. In this case, you can see no problem. So let's go ahead, we'll hang a left here and we'll put it to the final test in the neighborhood. Final test in the neighborhood is gonna be the speed bump test. So on the way out of here, we're gonna hit a speed bump and you'll be able to see if this moves at all on the speed bump. So we've got the speed bump test coming down in 3, 2, 1. All right, let's go ahead and get this road test done. We'll head back over to the park. We'll do our pros and cons, and I'll let you know whether I think that you should buy one of these air vent car holders from Leeioo. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at the pros and the cons for the Leeioo air vent cell phone car holder. I'm gonna start off with the pros because I have a lot of them. Pro number one is gonna be the fact that they used metal ball and metal socket, metal head all together on this thing. A lot of the cell phone holders out there today, they're using the plastic socket and the plastic ball, and that socket over time just wears out and the thing just falls apart. It doesn't work anymore. So the fact that they're using a metal ball and a metal socket on here is definitely pro number one. Pro number two, because they're using that metal ball and socket, they're able to do real close tolerances. So there's no need for adjustment where you have to put it to place, adjust it tight, and hope it stays like on other ones. This one, the tolerance is so tight between that ball and that socket that you can angle it in pretty much any position and it's gonna stay. It's nice and tight and snug, yet smooth and buttery all at the same time. And there's no adjustments. So the close tolerance, being able to move that swivel in all different directions without having to adjust it, is another pro for sure. Pro number three, they're using really strong springs. I mean, these springs are really strong. As you saw when I was installing it earlier, tugging and pulling on it while it was installed, it was not even coming off those air vents. So they're using really strong springs to keep that thing on your air vent so it doesn't move. Plus they include some nice rubber or silicone padding in here so that it grips that air vent really well. Plus it doesn't scratch your air vents, which is really nice as well. So strong springs, strong method of attachment, that is another pro. Also love the fact that you can get it on Amazon for under 20 bucks. It's definitely affordable for pretty much anyone. I'll put a link in the description for you. It is an affiliate link that helps me out. It doesn't cost you any more, but if you're looking to pick one of these guys up, I'd appreciate it if you went through that affiliate link as it helps me out with this channel. So definitely the price is another pro for sure. The strength of the magnets, as you saw on the road test, having it on here, as I hit bumps, as I hit turns, there was no movement where it was cockeyed like that. It stayed nice and flat and nice and straight through the entire time, whether you're in portrait or you're in landscape mode, it stays on very nicely. As you can see, I mean, the magnet is just, it's super strong. So they included really nice, strong magnets with this guy, so that's definitely a pro. I can't really find any cons to talk about with this. I've been using it for a couple of weeks now. I've been very impressed at the strength, at the sturdiness, at this buttery smooth of the swivel and how easy it is to change directions and viewing angles without adjustments. I just can't find anything wrong with it. Maybe over time I'll come up with some cons, but as of right now, as of a couple weeks of using this, I have zero cons, a big goose egg for those. It's all pros. I definitely think this is something that you should pick up. If you're looking for an air vent holder specifically, this is your guy. If you're looking for a cell phone holder and not quite sure whether you want a suction cup or a cup holder one, or an air vent one, or a 3M sticky tape on your dash one, this is incredible. Not only is it going to be sturdy on your air vent, it's nice and low so it stays out of your field of view. It stays in the perfect position so you can view it. It's just incredible. So I can't say anything more about it. I definitely think you should pick one of these up. Like I said, link's going to be in the description. Well, that's all the time that I've got for you today. It's a beautiful day here in South Florida, a cool 63 degrees. That's why I got my jacket on. But I know I'm a wuss. Floridians, we've got thin blood. But I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you so much for joining me. If I've earned that like and subscribe, please go ahead and do that for me. And until next time, my friends, I've got a lot more videos on the way and even some more phone holders for you as well. So I'll see you next time. My name is Hobart. Have a good one.